Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple, welcome to today's service. My name is Jason, and I am the service chairperson this morning. Because we are projecting slides and videos, the Sangha may remain seated throughout the service for optimal viewing of the screen. Please pause and reflect during the ringing of the kancho. Following the ringing of the kancho, please join the ministers in chanting Vandana Tisarana, found on page 167 of your purple service book, which will be immediately followed by Junirai, found on page 67.
Vandana Tisarana 167. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. O may to him be exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dhammam saranam gacchāmi, Sangham saranam gacchāmi. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dhamma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Kiye Butsu. Namo Kiye Ho. Namo Kiye So. 12 line, page 67. Keishu ten ni shoku gyo 小蓮華高雅長来弥陀尊面前炎上如満月以降有量千日月少量天空しら高雅長来弥陀尊観音長来観智有智修十名相法相言のぶくげどうまけうま高雅長来弥陀尊無味無苦後生上修徳経験女国小さり役徳自在高雅長来弥陀尊実法名門菩薩衆無量小魔女三男異小衆上願力人高雅長来弥陀尊根体法見智小見前言少女名大座おひざ上如線の高雅長来弥陀尊実法将来勝負し権限人図し安楽戦後尊厳上苦行高雅長来弥陀尊小無常無我と薬尿水眼伝よろ異種説法無明寺高雅長来弥陀尊非尊無説無悪名薬無量に悪道不修理し心教非尊高雅長来弥陀尊非尊無量法勉強無所修悪知識往生不退しも大高雅長来弥陀尊雅戦非尊苦毒地修天無変了解水小逆戦後小者衛生修上小彦ナ
We will now sing today's gatha, Shinran song, which can be found in your purple service book on page 204. Please join me in the reading of the Threefold Refuge, found on page 10. The text will be projected on the screen as well. The threefold refuge. Difficult is it to receive a human form, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha, now we hear it. If we do not cross over to the truth in the present life, in what life shall we cross over? Let us with sincerity and true reverence take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together with all sentient beings, awaken to the great way of enlightenment and to the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we, together with all sentient beings, enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we, together with all sentient beings, become units in true accord, in harmony with all things. The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Dabs. Namo Dabs. Today's Dharma message will be delivered by Certified Minister's Assistant Alex Sakamoto.
Please join me in Gassho for a reading from the collected works of Shinran. I will gather the true words so they may help others to practice the way for birth. My wish is that those who have attained birth may lead those who come after them, and those who aspire birth may follow their predecessors, thus following one after another, endlessly and uninterruptedly, until this boundless sea of birth and death is exhausted. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex Sakamoto. I'm usually the one in the back with Jesse behind the camera, but this week I have the opportunity of delivering the Dharma message. So today I'd like to talk about Obon. While I realize we are towards the end of the Obon season, we do have our Sangha Obon taking place after service next week, and the Obon committee recently held our wrap-up meeting, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to reflect on this year's Obon. This year's Obon season felt especially meaningful as it was our first year back in this Hondo for the Hatsubon service since before the COVID pandemic and fire. And during our Bonodori, we had the return of the Chochin lanterns lighting the street, which was kind of felt like being fully back to normal. So Seattle Bonodori weekend is always an exciting time, and it's one of the only times that we as a temple community get to host the greater Seattle community. Over the years, we've heard many stories of how people discovered or found out about Seattle Bonodori. Maybe they heard about it on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We've heard people who have just grown up in the neighborhood and moved away and travel back every year for Obon. And others may have heard about it because of the live band, food booths, or beer garden. No matter how someone may have discovered Seattle Bonodori, I think it's exciting that we can have the opportunity to share our tradition with such a diverse crowd. While the Obon season is a very special time for us Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, Bonodori also serves as the temple's largest fundraising event, supporting various temple programs and operations throughout the year. As Ron always mentions, it takes an entire Sangha to host a successful Bonodori, which often means that all of us are busy setting up, working in the food booths, and taking down on Sunday evening. It's great that we get to spend time with each other volunteering, but at the same time, it felt like we were missing a big opportunity to connect with the greater community and share the meaning behind the Obon season with newcomers. So this year, we decided to introduce something new in the Hondo, an Obon photo memorial slideshow that was running in the Hondo on both Saturday and Sunday. So you can see I posted the slideshow that it's still live. The goal of this was fairly simple. What we wanted to do was allow everyone who came to Bonodori, whether it be their first time or they've been coming for many years, to give them the opportunity to remember a loved one by submitting their photo and watching it displayed on the screens in the Hondo. It came together kind of last minute this year, but it turned out to be a great success. We had over 100 photos submitted throughout the weekend. A majority of the people who submitted photos weren't temple members. So I remember Obon weekend on Sunday, I was running down to the gym to help set up some of the AV equipment before the kendo demonstration. And I was in a hurry, and I decided to cut through the Hondo to get there quicker. So as I cut through the Hondo, I came in and saw all of the pews filled with people. I was very distracted, so when I came through the Hondo and saw everyone, I looked around and saw it was filled. Many of the faces sitting in the pews were unfamiliar, first-time visitors to the temple. As I quickly walked through the Hondo, I also realized that all of the people in the pews were crying, or some had their hands together in gasho. It was at this point that I realized I was really caught up in my own thoughts. I had a scattered mind, I was in a rush to get down to the gym, and I was running from task to task, worrying about the schedule and keeping things moving, that I was treating Obon almost like a work project I had to execute. Yet here were these people, many who had never perhaps stepped into a Buddhist temple in their lives, quietly sitting in the pews, completely attuned to the true heart of Obon. They weren't thinking about the schedule or setting up for the kendo demonstration or the food booths outside. They were simply being present with their love, their grief, and their gratitude for the people who have shaped their lives. While I was hurrying around trying to make Obon happen, these newcomers were the ones truly living it. When we first came up with the idea for this photo memorial, our goal was to share our tradition and meaning of Obon with the public, to teach them what Obon is about and invite them to take part. But standing in the back of the Hondo that Sunday afternoon, I realized it was the exact opposite. We didn't teach them anything. They taught us. They reminded me that you don't need to know Buddhist rituals, memorize the sutras, or even call yourself a Buddhist to experience Amida Buddha's great compassion. Grief, love, and the wish to remember someone you miss doesn't care about what religion you are. In Jodo Shinshu, we believe that Amida Buddha's compassion embraces everyone exactly as they are, without conditions or requirements. There are no insiders in this and outsiders in this Hondo. Looking up at all of those faces on the screen, parents, grandparents, friends, and family from all over our community, I was reminded of the passage that I opened with. My wish is that those who have attained birth may lead those who come after them. In our tradition, we say our loved ones don't just leave us, but they return to this world to guide us. That afternoon, every single person on that screen returned to our temple. They brought their families into these pews and filled this room with quiet reflection. Looking out at everyone sitting quietly in the Hondo, it was a humbling reminder of my own Bombu nature, how easy it is to get so distracted by our own thoughts that we fail to see the Dharma unfolding right in front of us. The mothers, fathers, grandparents, partners, pets, and friends in those photos were actively guiding their families into this hondo, filling the pews. This was the reason, these loved ones are the reasons these pews were filled. The reason people found a quiet moment of comfort and a reminder of the boundless wisdom and compassion that surround us at all times. So, as we conclude the Obon season with our Sangha Bonodori taking place next week after service, I hope we can all take a moment to pause, appreciate the community around us, and remember all those who continue to guide us every single day. Please join me in Gassho. I will gather the true words so they may help others to practice the way for birth. My wish is that those who have attained birth may lead those who come after them, and those who aspire birth may follow their predecessors, thus following one after another, endlessly and uninterruptedly, until this boundless sea of birth and death is exhausted. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, for your message about Obon. Do we have any general announcements for those that are here today, as well as those joining us on the live stream? Okay, I guess not. If that's the case, please join me in Gassho for closing Nembutsu to conclude this service. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandabs. Namandabs. This concludes the live service for today, or live stream for today's service. For additional information on upcoming services, seminars, and events within the Seattle Betsuin or Jodo Shinshu community, please visit the Seattle Betsuin website. For those of you who have joined us online, we hope you have enjoyed today's service and you'll join us again next week, either online or in person. Thank you and have a great day. Okay. Are there any first-time visitors? If you are comfortable introducing yourself, please stand and do so now, please.